All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Lucent Truth, and we are the Lucent Troop, starting with the gentleman above me, Carbon X. Say hello to everyone, Carbon. You never say hello. You never say, like,
No.
you never have any kind of enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? You just sit there.
There's no enthusiasm to be had.
All right, okay. Moving on. Right below me, one of my oldest friends in the world, King81, aka Arson Ill Beats. Say what's up to everybody.
What's up, everybody?
All right, today we're going to talk about a number of things, guys, and the first one is I have to make a correction, and this was pointed. Matter of fact, let's bring it up. There's a particular person on YouTube who pointed this out, and I just look. When you're wrong, you're wrong. I just had to yeah, you're right. We need to do better. We need to do better. Well, I need to do better since I'm the one who that was actually my topic. But let's go to our channel here, and then let's go to the video in question. I mean, we left the video up. We'll leave our mistakes up too, and that's why we're going to correct it today. And the video in question is our last podcast, Lucent Truth episode 24, which was another Freeform Friday. And one of the trailers we talked about was okay, where are the comments at? Here we go. Is that the comments? No, that's not the comments. How do I get to the comments? See chapters, and it goes straight to recommended videos. Where are the comments? Oh, here we go. You got to go below that. I thought that was always above it. Anyway, and the YouTuber is at RedDevilAxel. So you about to get some shine with our 434 subscribers, Axel. You about to get some shine. We're gonna go to your page here. You don't have much on here, but RedDevilAxel, thanks for pointing this out. My bad. I need to do better. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. But he pointed out. He said that I can't believe you reacted to a fake fan-made teaser of Rebel Moon made by a channel that makes fake movie teasers. The official, what's that? BTS. I guess it's battle. What's that? What's the Rebel Moon BTS trailer? What's the official BTS? Oh, okay. BTS trailer teaser for Rebel Moon is on Netflix's official channel, which has 26 million subscribers. Now, to be fair, usually when you, and this is my fault because I should have paid more attention. But when I typed in Rebel Moon, matter of fact, I can do it right now, right? If I type in Rebel Moon, right? Type in Rebel Moon, and well, to be fair, the first one that comes up, it says Netflix, but it says it's not on the Netflix channel. And then the one that's on the Netflix channel is actually a behind the scenes. So I skipped over the first one for whatever reason, and I went down to the third one, which actually has more views, but it did come out a month ago. And I probably should have looked at that time frame. If I would look at the time frame instead of just looking at, okay, look, it says Netflix, it has official teaser on it, and I clicked on it. But this thing has 282,000 views, so that was the first one I saw. I clicked on it, and I was like, okay, that must be the trailer. And remember how we were saying it looks like made for Sci-Fi Channel type graphics? Well, that's why, because it's it's a fan made.
It's fake.
It's fake. It's fan made.
It's all good. Honest mistake.
Shout out to the fans, because I was like, it looked legitimate enough to me where I was like, okay, this seems like it could be like a rough draft of what we would see, because sometimes they don't release the full quality in the trailer all the time, because they're still working on the film. So that's why I thought maybe. Remember, I even said that. I was like, okay, to be fair, this might be just like a rough draft or whatever. And you could tell they obviously took footage from the real trailers and teasers and the shorts and stuff. Like this part right here, where the ships I think are flying over that field. I think that's fake, or I don't think that's real footage from the movie, but I could be wrong. But anyway, the point is that I was wrong. I should have done better research. Sorry, Zack Snyder. We were criticizing you, and it wasn't your work. So today we're going to watch the real trailer, hopefully, because if you look here, you still can't find. Is this it? No, that was a month ago. The official trailer on Netflix. You have to go to a place called Screen Culture, and I'm not sure about whether that's a legitimate site or not. But I did look at that trailer too beforehand, and it looks real. The graphics do look better, so I'm assuming it's real. I don't want to make the same mistake twice. But we'll watch it and you guys tell me. Because look, there's no, where's it at? Where's the Netflix one? Where's the official Netflix trailer at? Or teaser? I don't see it because you would see the little Netflix symbol on there. Here we go.
Right,
Saved. Yeah. So that's maybe that was throwing me off too. It's like, okay, I just went to the one I thought was the next best thing. Because I didn't want to do the what do you call it? The behind the scenes. I wanted the actual trailer. So I'm gonna assume the one that's on Screen Crush is the real thing. Let's look at the comments. Let's see.
Yeah, let's check them out.
If it's the real thing. Yeah. I don't like this thing where they got the recommendations before the comment. That's annoying. Everyone seems like no one's saying, hey, this isn't real.
Saying this is what Star Wars should have been or something like that.
Says looks very cheap in the TV series. And so they're saying the same thing. And this is the real trailer. They're saying the same thing we were saying about the fake one. But you know, it's hard to tell. Like, is this the real one or not? I can't tell. And even when you go to the Netflix, the actual Netflix YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like one of the first things that come up. So it's hard to find on there. It has all this other stuff on here. But where's Rebel Moon at? See what I'm saying? I don't even see it on here. You see what I'm saying?
So did they give like a release date yet for it, or?
You know what I should do? I'll put at Netflix Rebel Moon. Maybe that'll bring it to us directly. You see, this is the first one. See, this is the first one that came up when we were looking at it before. It was this fan made one. That's the first one that comes up. And the official one that's on Netflix is actually a behind the scenes. It's not the actual trailer. Maybe they show the trailer in the behind the scenes footage. And then the next best one is the Screen Culture. Now I will say this Emergency Awesome guy, he usually plays the official trailer before his, so maybe we should watch. See, and he's playing footage from looks like the fan made one. You see what I'm saying? That look cheap to us.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So I was like, well, which one is it? Well, like which one's the real one?
Maybe it's like their marketing strategy or something.
I don't, or maybe they don't really have a trailer and all they have is that behind the scenes of people who are just putting footage together or whatever. That might be it too. But let's look at Emergency Awesome. Let's look at his first little part right here because he usually plays it.
Just watch the behind the scenes, man.
What was that?
Just watch the behind the scenes.
Yeah, we could just watch behind the scenes and because we'll know if that's official, Yeah, so that's what he's doing. He's showing the behind the scenes footage. That's what we're going to do. Just in case, because I don't know for sure if it's the teaser or not, and I don't want to make the same mistake twice. We're going to actually just watch the behind the scenes footage, and we're going to do our review on that instead, right? So that's what we're going to do. Let me type in Rebel Moon here. Moon. And then we're going to go ahead and truly get started. So yeah, we're going to go to the official Netflix behind the scenes. And we're going to do our, it's a little long. It's like 2 minutes, 38 seconds, but that's all right. So we'll do that first. You guys ready?
Ready.
You can hear it, Caleb?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Let's do this.
I thought I knew. what a big movie was. Until I came onto this.
This movie, for me, existed elementally for 20 years. It's a story of a few against many, impossible odds, good versus evil. I'm getting a chance to tell a story that I've been thinking about for quite a while.
I was really excited about Zach. I just really value and admire his enthusiasm for the craft.
I hadn't quite anticipated the physical requirements of this.
We had a solid 2 months of preparing the body to get to that place. I've never trained that much.
I mean, it is gargantuan.
I just really wanted to make a giant atmospheric and space adventure.
It's so big.
So ambitious.
We get to traverse the darker corners of this universe.
We all have a huge anticipation for this film. It's amazing.
Something so powerful that you just want more. And it's only the beginning.
All right, now y'all see that, right? Y'all see it, right? That's the same shot that we were critiquing in the so-called fan-made trailer. It looks like that's what the fans did. They just took footage from little parts of things that they've released since they've announced this thing, and they made their own little trailers. But we were still pretty much critiquing, you know, what's there. It's just it wasn't officially put together in the same way. But let's keep looking. Y'all see that, right? This is what I was complaining about. It looked like some made for Sci-Fi Channel type shit. Yeah. But you know, now this is it. This is it. Look, what's his name? What's the guy's name? Hold on. What's that guy's name?
That's the last information we have.
Call your ass out, buddy. No, don't get me wrong. You had it. You at least you. It was a fan trailer or whatever.
At least we know people looking at it.
Yeah, I know. God damn, why is this taking so long? I should have kept it up. Come on, man. All right, Mr. Or Mrs. Or they. You got to be politically correct these days. They. All right, Mr. RedDevilAxel. Look, man. A lot of the same footage is in this thing. A lot of the same footage. So yeah, maybe it wasn't the official trailer, but we're basically critiquing the same thing as far as what the gist of our critiques remain the same so far anyway. But let's keep watching. Yeah, my thoughts haven't changed. My thoughts haven't changed. It looks cheap. It looks generic. None of the characters look interesting. To be fair, and I'm going to use the same caveat I used the last time. This is a teaser. It's not an official trailer. They haven't shown what the official graphics are going to look like. I don't think my mind's going to change that. I will say, like, if it's better as far as fidelity, like, okay, yeah, it doesn't look as cheap, but I'm still not impressed with it. And to be fair, it's going to be harder to impress someone like me because I've seen so much over the years. You can't dazzle me with effects anymore or good cinematography. In my opinion, Zack Snyder has a way of overdoing cinematography. He just does, right? To the point where the story and the characters suffer. It's like, dude, take a little bit of that energy that you put into the visuals and actually make sure you got a well-written story. Because I'm sorry, that Army of the Dead that he did for Netflix was horrible. That's one of the worst movies I had seen that year. I was like, are you serious? And people were like praising it. It's like, the movie's shit. It's absolute shit. It's dog shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry. My views remain the same. I am not impressed. I don't want a Star Wars knockoff. If you're going to give me something interesting, something new, something different. You know, space is a big place, man. We can do all kind of weird, interesting looking. Again, the alien planet that they're on looks like Earth. That was one of my main contentions in the last one we did. Was okay, you didn't even go out of the way to make this look alien. And that's one thing. Again, like when I watched what's the thing called that was produced by Ridley Scott, Raised by Wolves. You know, I have to give them credit, man. They actually made the planet seem alien. You know, and that was always been one of my critiques of Star Wars too. Maybe it's not so much in the prequel series, because in the prequel series, I think they did do a good job of making some planets look truly alien. Not as much in the original series, but you almost give them in the 70s a kind of like a pass, because, you know, they just didn't have the same level of technology and maybe and even then he didn't have the money probably to do it on that level. So they tried so everything kind of looked like Earth, or it'd be like the whole planet is a desert planet, the whole planet is a water planet, or something like that. But even like when you watch The Mandalorian, it's like they didn't even make those they look like Earth. It's just like variations of Earth. There wasn't no real alien looking worlds or whatever. So I think a lot of my critiques remain the same, whether or not that last trailer was real or not. But you guys tell me what you think.
Well, I was gonna ask you a question. It's like when you said that he does like he overdoes the cinematography.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have any examples like
yeah.
Elaborate on this?
One of the things that comes to mind immediately, I mean almost immediately, is when I think it was in Batman v Superman, right? And he was showing a little bit of Batman's past, like showing how his parents killed, right? And instead of just leaving that part out because everybody knows, you know, that story, that story. Not only does he does his version of it, that's very reminiscent of other versions, but he goes overboard. So instead of like the person just killing the mom, the guy takes the gun. He gets caught in her pearl necklace. He shoots her, and then he pulls the gun back, and it rips the pearl necklace. And so in slow motion, you just see the pearls. I'm like, stop it! Yes, it's just like stop. Like it's just too much. It's too much. So yeah, he overdoes it. I'm sorry, he overdoes it. He overdoes it. Zack Snyder overdoes cinematography. He overdoes visuals, and there's some things that he does that are good. That's like, yeah, okay, that looks cool. That's interesting, but again, if it's not, I don't care how good your visuals are. Right? I don't care how good your sound is. If your writing's terrible, if your acting's terrible, if your story really isn't all that interesting, you get Avatar, Way of the Water, Avatar, that first one that they did. Yeah, it looks pretty. It looks like a really pretty screenscaper, but it's boring. I don't want to watch it. I'm not interested in the characters. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've seen with Zack Snyder throughout his career, is that maybe he's a great cinematographer. Maybe he's good on visualizing things. But when he doesn't have a good foundation, man, his movies are just kind of mediocre, if not bad. You know, one of his movies that he did, like, don't get me wrong, I like some Zack Snyder films. I thought 300 was pretty good. But again, the foundation for 300 was good. It's, what's his name? What's the comic artist's name? Frank Miller. Oh. He did the original comic. He had a good source.
Storyboard,
right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That first movie he did, I don't know if that was his first movie, but it was the first movie I seen that I knew of that was Zack Snyder, was the remake of Dawn of the Dead that came out like in the early 2004, 2005, where they're stuck in a mall. You know what I'm saying? Like that was good, and some of the cinematography was good, but he didn't write that. James Gunn, the guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy, wrote that. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So his visuals were underpinned by someone who can write that type of movie. Because when he tried to write himself, when he did Army of the Dead, the movie, it sucks. It's in no way compares. It's nowhere near as good as Dawn of the Dead. Nowhere near as good. You know what I'm saying? So that's my problem with Zack Snyder. Don't get me wrong. There's some things that he's done that I like. Like I like let's look up his roster. I like 300. I liked I like Dawn of the Dead. None of his DC stuff I liked. I thought Man of Steel had some potential, but overall it dropped the ball. Anything else he did after Man of Steel was pretty much terrible, in my opinion. But let's look at his roster here. The Watchmen was boring as hell. The Watchmen is one of those movies where it's like he did. The movie was almost shot for shot from the comic, and that proves right there. Even if you do something shot for shot, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good. And that shit was boring as hell. Let's see what else. Justice League was lame. Watchmen lame. Even that when he did Justice League, the Snyder cut, it was better than the first Justice League, but it wasn't all that good. Yeah, it's just really long and drawn out. I wasn't all that impressed. I didn't know he was on the Flash. Maybe he helped out in some way. Let's see his other ones. Okay, this is not Zack. He did not do Wonder Woman. All right, let's go to IMDb so we can actually see his real not discography, but videography. And he seems like a nice guy. It's nothing personal. It's just this is just my critique of his work. All right, let's see. Let's go to. Yeah, I'm not like. Look, man. If I met him, I'm sure he's the nicest guy in the world. I'm not. It's not personal. It's just my. My critique of his. Oh, he's 5'7". I didn't know he was. I thought he was a taller guy than that. Damn, where's it? God, like. Netflix used. I mean, not but IMDb used to be so much easier to navigate. Like, look at the layout on this. You see what I'm saying? Like, what is this? This is bad design. It's like, look, I want to do something simple. I just want to see all his movies. It used to be you go there, that's the first thing you see. Now you got to click on director. I clicked on director, and I don't even see it. Nothing came up. It's annoying.
Producer, writer.
I just want to see his movies, man. That's all I want to see. It's ridiculous. Do you see what I mean? It used to be a pretty simple site to easily navigate. You go here, and it's like, it's ridiculous. Look, you saw me. I click on director. Mm-hmm. Upcoming. See, here's the thing. I don't want to see where he's an executive producer. I want to see what he's directed. It's ridiculous. Writer. Here we go. See what I'm saying? You see what I mean? I mean, it's just sort by. What is this? All right. Let's go to Wikipedia. Zack. What movies did Zack Snyder direct? All right. Let's see here. Yeah, we're just gonna go to Wikipedia. Maybe Wikipedia gets straight to the goddamn point. Jesus, IMDb. I used to like IMDb, but ever since they did like updates in the last 10 years, it's just been all over the place in my opinion. All right, so these are his films, short films, music videos, television. Okay, so his directorial debut was Dawn of the Dead, and I still think it's one of his best movies. Next was 300. I like 300. Watchmen, boring. Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole. I don't know if I watched that, but it didn't really appeal to me. Sucker Punch. I know a lot of people who like Sucker Punch, and that movie was trash. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna straight say it. The movie was trash. Man of Steel, trash. It had potential, but it was trash. 300 Rise of the Empire. I didn't even bother watching it. I heard bad things about it. Batman v Superman, trash. Suicide Squad, trash. Wonder Woman, trash. So he directed Wonder Woman?
You like Suicide Squad?
No, he didn't. He didn't direct Wonder Woman. He produced it. He produced Wonder Woman, and then he also produced Batman. No, all the Suicide movies are trash. I'm sorry, they just are. I mean, they are. They're not funny. They're not that good. They're just not that good. Justice League was trash. He executive produced Aquaman, trash. The first Wonder Woman was okay, but he didn't direct that. And he did write on it a little bit, but even that, some of the story was a little, especially at the end, was kind of wonky. But it was a decent movie, so I'll give him that one because he helped produce it and he helped write it. Wonder Woman 1984 was a horrible, horrible film. That was an atrocious film. That film was an insult to all intelligence. That's how bad that movie was. And again, now he deserves some blame because he was a producer, but that's another example of a director trying her hand at writing, because Patty Jenkins or whatever her name is, she directed the first Wonder Woman movie, but she didn't write it. So she tried to write and direct this one and produce it, I guess, and she did a horrible job. The movie was terrible. Zack Snyder's Justice League was terrible. Army of the Dead was terrible. Suicide Squad was terrible. Army of Thieves. What is that? Have y'all seen that? Or is that the? It's a heist comedy. He didn't direct it though. He wrote it. I didn't even bother. I have never. Oh, that's the. I think that's a prequel to. Yeah, that's a prequel to Army of the Dead. Yeah, I didn't watch that, so I don't know. Rebel Moon looks like it's gonna be trash. So in my opinion, when you look at his discography, there's only 2 movies that I was like, oh, these are good movies. I like that. I would say, yeah, these are good movies. The rest of them are either mediocre or trash. Of all the movies he directed and produced. So yeah, I mean, again, I go back to that Pearl scene, man. I think that Pearl scene and Batman v Superman perfectly exemplifies Zack Snyder's directing style. Overdone cinematography and stuff like that, and just overly dramatic. It's just, come on, man. Just, But anyway, I'm rambling. You guys tell me what you think. Carbon X, you haven't said much about our friend
Carbon Up.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. As long as I have well, I mean, it's okay.
I will give it a shot. I will watch Rebel Moon and give it a shot. 1, because I'm into sci-fi, and 2, I want to review it. I want to see, because look, I'm also fair. If I watch a movie and I enjoyed it, I'm going to say, hey man, it was pretty good. I liked it. So I'm not going to be like, most of his movies to me are trash. So to be consistent, I'm going to say this next one's trash too. If it's good, it's good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm going to admit it. But I am not. It does not look good to me. I am not. I am not looking forward to anything that's going to blow my mind. Like I'm going to go with low expectations. I'll say that. Yeah. But if you guys don't have anything more to say about Zack Snyder's career or how terrible his movies are, we will move on to the next subject. So you guys let me know. Is there anything else you would like to talk about Rebel Moon? I'll take that as a no.